What's up, everybody? I'm Roadblock. This is a Raid Shadow Legends video. We're back on the free-to-play, the OG free-to-play account. We're coming up on a year. Now, I don't remember exactly what day we started. We can go back and look and see what day I recorded my first video to tell. But if we take a... What am I doing? I'm clicking everything wrong. I'm a little frustrated because this is the second recording of this. But you'll see we're 2 days in. This would be my 1 year mark down here. So we're getting very, very close to that 1 year mark. I don't think I get Cleoteryx at 1 year. I guess I do. Okay. Because, yeah, that would be the remaining 15 fragments would come down there. Or, sorry, 25 fragments. 10 here and then 15 here. That would get me Cleoteryx. So that would mark the 1 year point for me. I'm not here to talk about Cleoteryx or anything, though, but I did want to say, like, this account is 1 year, and I wanted to talk about the progress that this account has made over the course of a year. I'm very proud of this account. Very early on, when I made this channel and started this account, I had so many people in the comments saying, free-to-play isn't possible. You can't play this game free-to-play. This is a pay-to-win game only. Don't let him fool you. He's a liar. The proof is in the pudding. 1 year down, free to play, we've accomplished a lot. Today marks a very special accomplishment because in Doom Tower Hard, I have beaten the highest difficulty boss for Doom Tower Hard, which is Dark Fae. Very, very proud of this accomplishment. Now, unfortunately, this team is not 100% as far as farming on this, which is very frustrating for me. That's why I had to re-record this video, because I tried this team to show you like this team works and everything, and they're still a little too slow. And to the point where it's quite frustrating with the way that everything works or didn't work. So I need to make some tweaks to this team to better improve its capabilities. I'm sure you guys are going to suggest some stuff in the comments, but honestly, I'm very happy with the team. The only other thing I would like to do is take Georgette out, and if I could build your Carl to be able to one-shot this team, I think I'd be really happy with that, because your Carl does have turn meter in his kit as well. And there's some other free-to-play, other epic nukers out there that could also do this. I think I have a copy of her on here. I may not. Yes, I do have one copy of her. This is a really good champion to consider because she does have turn meter control on her nuke, as well as self-healing and self-buffing. So she can be a really good asset in this for kind of a lower level free-to-play account. But me right now, I just use Georgette as my nuker for that. But let's go back to, and by the way, I want to make one other comment. So a lot of people view this, and I know there's one of you that doesn't, because you commented in it in chat the other day, and you know who you are. But a lot of people view this as the hardest boss in Doom Tower. And I can see why some would argue against that, but it can be a challenge to deal with, for sure. And while I do have some really powerful champions that you may not have, like Newt or Armands, I understand that. But at the end of the day, this free-to-play account did complete that. And Newt was from Shards. Armands was a fusion that I was able to do because I saved my resources. Georgette is luck. Deacon we've had from the beginning. An Allure is, you could argue, luck, but also an epic in today's game. They're pretty easy to get, most epics, unless it's End of Moonbeam, and that's your only epic that you need for Lady Mikage, because he just doesn't exist apparently in the game. So and I'm not salty about that. I'm not salty about that at all. No, I'm not not salty about that at all. I don't know what would give you that opinion. Anyways, but yeah, the account, let's talk about like overall progress. So that's a big milestone on this account. I completed Doom Tower Hard, Dark Fae, stage 100, right? on my stage 120 on my completely free to play account. Very, 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 very happy about that. I really, truly am. I feel a sense of accomplishment. That doesn't mean the account's going anywhere. This is not the end point for this account. We still have a lot of areas to progress in. We still have one other area of Doom Tower Hard that we have not completed yet, right? We still have more progress to make in Hydra. We have more progress to make in the arena. Faction Wars isn't finished yet. But let's talk dungeons. So for Iron Twins, on every difficulty except for Spirit, I think, I have managed to do stage 15, but I cannot farm stage 15. I do need to farm on the slightly higher difficulties. So, for example, I farmed on stage 14 for the Void Affinity today. I did do one on stage 15, then I failed one, and then I just go up. So that's my strategy, by the way. I'm not saying this is the most efficient way to do it, but what I like to do, I try to do stage 15 on auto. And then once it fails, I go up a level and farm there. If I did 3 here and that failed, then I'd go up to stage 13. Just, trying to, because I always forget, since it rotates, I forget what stage that I can farm the best on. So I just try to start at the hardest one and then work my way up. Gets me, I don't know. It's a waste of energy, I'll tell you that. As far as efficiency goes, it's less energy efficient, but I do like doing it that way. To try and maximize my rewards and make sure that I'm able to get, higher rewards than what I would. But, Odin, I didn't really talk about the Odin dungeon much, but stage 25, we're pretty consistent on this one. However, I did go ahead and do stage 24. Stage 25 is not 100%, so stage 24 is actually where I tend to farm more of. But stage 25, I do have it completed and have done pretty much a similar thing, where when I'm farming this dungeon, I'll farm it at stage 25. When it fails, I just go down to stage 24 for the remainder, because it's like probably 75, maybe 80% consistent. I didn't even think it actually failed on stage 25 until I came home one day and was like, oh, they only used half of the energy I told it to use. Okay, time to fix that. Nothing has changed here in the last couple of weeks since the last update video that I did. Ice Golem, still stage 20. I hate Ice Golem. Least favorite dungeon in the game. Just really don't like it. Spider, hard one. Dragon, hard one. I could probably push harder versions of this, by the way. I just don't, out of mostly laziness. I just haven't felt the need to push any further. But I do feel like this team could push further than what it's currently doing on this difficulty of Dragon. Fire Knight, I have not quite been able to do Fire Knight hard because I don't have an ally attacker. What's a really great ally attacker that exists in the game that also has good wave control abilities? I don't know, Lady Mikage? Man, we'd really love to have one of those. But I'm one epic away, and I'm not salty about it at all. Anyways, Sand Devil, 25. I know I've talked about this a lot. This team is not 100% yet. I'm still trying to increase their stats more. Really need some more blessings on Godseeker here. But regardless, I farm here pretty well. And that's one where I'm really stubborn on. So, I'll do it, and it'll fail, and I'll just run it again. I'll just say, you know what? Even if I lose a battle, run it on stage 25. I want a chance at that dust. So I'm really stubborn about that. Phantom Shogun's Grove. Now, I've made no improvements here. However, I am currently building my rare team for this. Now, I do have a video on the on my YouTube that talks about the all rare team. I'll give you a glimpse of it over on the main account that uses this all rare team. I am currently building it on the free to play. So we'll come in here. We'll go down to Phantom Shogun's Grove. And we'll just go ahead and run one. But this is all rare. You saw 2 Cold Hearts, 1 Gnarlhorn, 1 Paragon, and why is my brain shorting? Reliquary Tender. So, not going to win any awards for being the fastest, but it is the least impactful on my account. It doesn't cost me anything to run this team. These are epic, or these are rares. So easy to book, easy to level, easy to build, easy to put together the team. And so this is the team I'm currently building for the free-to-play. Just the only thing that's holding me up is just the time it's taking to level, and then eventually hitting the speeds and stuff may be a bit of a challenge, but I want to hit those speeds progressively, because the same speed that I need for this team to work at stage 25 is not the same speed that I need for stage 20. So I need to kind of like slowly increase their speeds so that I'm not too fast for stage 20, but fast enough for stage 25, because it doesn't matter on stage 20. It'll take me too long. You know, I have to manual it. It can be a pain to work your way up with this team. Once you get there, this team is very easy, very easy to make, very easy to build, and affordable on a free-to-play account. So I'm excited to get to work with this team once they're done. So that's my current project on this team. Hopefully, if I can finish it within the next month, I'll be able to get this guy on farm at stage 25 before the 1 year mark, which I think will be very impressive as well. So that is what I'm currently working on, just to show you that I am working on it and kind of give you an update on that. So we've got those champions should be in there. Are they all leveled right now? Oh, I'm on the wrong account. Duh. We go back to the free-to-play. So on the free-to-play, you will see that in campaign, the champions that I've been leveling right now are those exact ones. Reliquary Tender, Paragon, and Cold Heart. Now, my other Cold Heart is finally 6-starred. This one has been waiting forever to become 6-starred. She's off camera. There we go, right here. So she is now 6-starred. And the other one is Gnarlhorn, who is... Yeah, so he's been 4-starred, so I still need to level and build him. So a lot of leveling, a lot of food. You know, this is going to be a process. It's hopefully I can get it done within a month. I mean, we're talking 5 champions in a month, but their ascension requirements are low. Their book requirements are low. I think they've already been booked. In fact, I think that's the wrong Paragon. So let me look, because... No, okay, that is the right Paragon. I do need to book him. We do need to book this down. So I need to improve upon that. But he's got 1 book right here. And probably some more in the vault, too, if I think about it. Yeah. So I can easily book Paragon out. Hopefully. And then... Reliquary Tender, I think, is booked already. Just give me my rares. There we go. So, Reliquary Tender, fully booked out. The second Cold Heart is not fully booked out, but that's fine, really. It just slows down the run a bit. And then Gnarlhorn, I think, needs to be booked. I don't remember. I guess I can just look over on the main account. Yeah, Gnarlhorn needs to be booked, and Paragon I'll book out as well. But should be able to get those books pretty easily, even if I'm just farming copies of Gnarlhorn, which I don't have any at the moment. But, oh, good. Yeah, I've got Gnarlhorns to spare in the vault, so I can get books that way. Maybe go farming books as well, if need be. Since I don't generate as many rare books as I would like, but we also have other ways to get rare books if I really want to, such as the clan shop. I think there's rare books in here from time to time. I'd hate to do it, but there's probably rare books in Tag Team Arena. Oh, and there are, as well as Ancient Shards. And since I don't really have anything to spend my gold bars on in here anyways, since I'm not silver yet, I can go ahead and just get some rare tomes if need be. It's not a great way to spend your resources. That's not a recommendation. That's just an option for me. But yeah, really, really happy with the way that the free-to-play account is going. Now, I know that coverage of this account has trailed off a little bit in favor of the Ninja account. That's just because there's more stuff going on the Ninja account. I have really entered the late game here on the free-to-play. And that's, just got to do with where my account is. There's nothing new to say. I've shown you how far I've progressed in Hydra. I've shown you how far I've progressed in Clan Boss. And building that Wixwell team is amazing. Now, let's say, what if I didn't build the Wixwell team? And for those of you that don't know what that means, I have a team. My regular Clan Boss team does 195 million, if not 200 million on different affinities. This team is, you could argue, more unkillable than an unkillable team, but traditionally unkillable teams use the unkillable debuff or unkillable buff or the block damage buff, and then those buffs get ignored at stage 50. This team goes 1,500 turns without dying, and it uses a shield instead of any of those things. It just builds a very, 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 very strong shield, and that allows me to go 1,500 turns and put up 200 million damage. The minimum damage I need is 70 million, so this thing does way more damage than I probably need, but really happy with it. And yes, I did the fusion to get Wixwell, which makes this team work. Where would I be without it? I don't know. Probably a 3-key Ultra Nightmare and a 1-key Nightmare or something along those lines, but still, that's pretty good for a 1-year free-to-play. What I really want to touch on in this video is where you might be on your own free-to-play. Something that I see a lot, and it's frustrating for me to see this, is people that are not as patient with their shards. Now, granted, I've proven that I'm not patient with my shards. I spent all of my ancients chasing after End of Moonbeam, and I got burned, right? It happens. But look at how many sacreds I have. I've got 12 sacred shards right there. You know what I mean? Like, that's patience. Here we have right now a progressive chance. I could get another Ugo, right? I could get a Duchess. That would be huge on my account. I could get another copy of Armands, which I could use to cheese my way into Gold Arena. I could go for Lady of Aerith, who is actually really good now. Has a cooldown refresh that I don't currently have on my account. We've got Glacid. I like to say Glacid, who is kind of a better version of Duchess, some would say. Necmo Thar, great speed lead in this game, right? Like, I could chase these, but I will wait until a 2x event when I have the best odds to get a legendary. And that's what I like to do. So I'm patient. I try to be patient. We do have, however, an opportunity coming up where we will have 2x on Void Shards in the middle of the week. Not very common that we have these in the middle of the week. And we're going to have a ×10 chance at Odin. Now, I'm not pulling for Odin. And I feel like there's this misconception for accounts and pulling during 10x's or 2x events or whatever. I'm not pulling for Odin. I'm pulling for a 2 times Void event on this account, okay? I will have double chances of getting epics and legendaries during this event. I'm going to pull my shards during that. And just to discuss it a little bit, that's how I was able to get Georgid the Breaker. That's how I was able to get Constantine, who obviously I didn't build because Georgid's better. Elhain, same thing, Georgid's better, but these are still good Void nukers that could eventually make the cut on my team in the future, or maybe see a buff. Maybe not Constantine, but maybe I pull Vlad, and now Constantine is all of a sudden essential to my roster, right? Supreme Elhain might get buffed in the future to maybe do a little bit more damage, or, be a better nuker, but she's not terrible. And if I didn't pull Georgid, probably would have been my other nuker on the account. Turvold is amazing. I want to build him. Eventually I will. Books is a thing, right? I can only do so much and so many champions at one time, but love Turvold and excited to potentially build him. But right now I kind of want to get a focus on doing Shogun. So that's where my focus is right now. But I pulled so far on the account, as far as Void Legendaries go, I pulled Georgid, Constantine, Supreme Alhain, and Turvold in 1 year of activity on the account. I'm going to make sure I include the vault and that I'm not forgetting any other Void Legendaries. So that's 4 Void Legendaries in a 1 year span that I pulled from shards. And what's crazy is only one of them is $6. So, how did I do that? Well, I saved my shards and I pulled during 2x events. It's just the best advice that I can give. Are there chances for void fusions? Yes. Are there chances for um, guaranteed voids? Yes. Would I be better suited saving for a guaranteed void? Maybe. But for me, waiting for 2x events is the perfect balance in the game. If I wanted to tell you the most efficient way to play or the safest way to play, I would say set your floor to 120 voids and don't pull any voids until you get that. But that's not fun. If you go back and look at the videos on my free to play and you look at how excited I got when I pulled Georgid and when I pulled Turvold and when I pulled Constantine and when I pulled Supreme Alhain, that's fun, right? That's absolute fun. So I think pulling during 2x's is the great balance for a free to play account that isn't worried about being hyper efficient and is maybe a little bit more interested in also having fun. And I stand by that. So when I pull my shards on my free to play, I pull them during 2x's. That's also how I got, if we just look at legendaries in general, that's how I got Newt. That's how I got UDK. That's how I got Razelvar, Gwendolyn. Let's see, who else did I think Panda I got actually from a shard. Skull Lord I would have got from a shard, right? Herndig was from a summon pool. Ignatius was from a shard. Kira was from a shard, which has me closer to Lady Mikage. Elenaro was from shards. Ray was from shards. Suzerain was from shards. Okay. The rest of them, okay. I'm not gonna be going crazy about some of the other ones that I've pulled. Now, I will say that if I would have pulled Kyoku before Wixwell, Kyoku probably would have been put into a killable clan boss team, and I think I would have had a lot of success with it. I really do. We would have had decreased attack as well as HP burn. We would have had weaken. We would have had ally protect to keep everyone alive, and the heal as well. So every time this champion is hit with a critical hit, heals all allies. That doesn't happen that much, to be completely honest with you. But still, Kyoku would have been a really good avenue for a strong killable team. I really would have liked to have built, but I got her so late that it doesn't really make sense. Doesn't really make the cut there at this point in time. But also Tyrant, didn't talk about Tyrant. Tyrant is actually going to be really valuable for me in the near future. So we're not done yet with some of these legendaries, but I was able to get these legendaries and make the progress on my account by doing the 2x events, and it's just more fun that way too. The thing that I see all the time that frustrates me is people that pull their shards when they get them. And that, to me, is the more fun route, right? Hyper efficient, saving your shards for guaranteed, saving them only for fusions, and so on and so forth. By the way, I've done fusions while also pulling my shards during 2x's. Maybe this is a bait 2x, and I won't. Well, I'm already not able to do Thor, so that's why I'm more willing to pull my my voids during this 2x, but it could be a bait. So if you do want to go for Thor, keep in mind that the upcoming Void 2x, if you think you need your voids to complete either Summon Rush or a Champion Chase, if you think you need them, do not pull those voids. If you want Thor, if you're skipping Thor, like I am involuntarily, then I think it's fine to pull during this Void 2x. So, oh, by the way, that Void Shard pull will be on Tuesday night, 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'll be pulling live. Any legendaries I get, I'll be pulling on this and the Ninja account. I'll probably pull if I happen to get any voids on the main account, but I did pull a couple of voids recently on the main account. So right now, I'd pull one void. Hopefully, I'll gain some more by Tuesday, but yeah, I'm not super expecting to pull a lot of shards. I did pull, in fact, since this progressive chance is still going and we're making a video, why not pull one more? Because my floor is 120, so I have one to pull here. So let's see if I can get a Siphi. It'd be really cool if I got it on camera. And I can't. But there's some of you out there that are cursing me because you're still waiting on Armantine Skeleton for Lady Mikage. But, yeah, my floor is 120. So that means that's one. I won't be pulling any shards on the 2x unless I generate any more over the next coming days. So I don't think on this account I currently have any ways. Do I have one in here? No, 3 days. 3 days. So would that be ready by then? Reset. Maybe this will be ready by the 2x, but probably not. We can go ahead and grab this. Oh, I don't have the bars for it anyway, so never mind. Back over to the free-to-play, though. I will be pulling my Void Shards during that 2x event on camera. Looking forward to it. Excited for it. So come hang out. I stream every weeknight at 9:30 p.m. Eastern Time. And occasionally I will stream during the day. Wednesday and Thursday, I have account takeovers scheduled. So I need to promote those more. I forgot to promote it in my other video I'm releasing today. But I will be doing account takeovers Wednesday morning and Thursday morning. And those are going to be 10 p.m. Eastern Time. I'm starting them a little bit later because I like to sleep in. And those are my days off. So I don't want to compromise my days off and only making content on those days. So I'd like to be able to sleep in a little bit on those days. So doing 10 o'clock instead of 9:30. But yeah, I'll be doing account takeovers on Wednesday and Thursday. So come hang out for those. Come hang out for the Shard Pull Tuesday night. Very excited about that. And yeah, well, so I really wanted to make this video talking about free-to-play, and the main thing I wanted to relay to you guys is that you may not believe me, right? You may think that it's more fun to pull shards, and it is. Do that. If you're having more fun, play the game how you want, but if you want to be able to do content at a higher difficulty, at a higher level, pulling shards during 2x's is better odds. And, you know, it's really hard to say, would this account have been different if I did or did not pull shards? It's hard to say. Maybe my next free-to-play, this account will always be a part of this channel. I'm never going to get rid of this account. I'm never going to give it away. The Ninja account, I'll probably give away. I'll probably get rid of at some point, and then maybe I start another third account. And maybe that one will be a YOLOing shard account and see if that changes anything for the worse or for the better, right? Probably for the worse. And I'd like to prove that to you guys. It's hard to say. Either way, my biggest recommendations, if you're doing a free-to-play account, save your resources, save your shards, be smart about how you go about playing this game. Case in point, I wasted all my gems right before a fusion. Granted, I have 700 back. The fusion is 5 days away. I don't know. I might still be able to go for it. Who knows? We'll cross that bridge when we come to it. I'm going to call that a video. I want to say thank you guys so much for your support over the last year. Thank you for watching. If you've been here since the first video, of this free-to-play account, let me know in the comments. I'd love to see it. I'd love to hear it. I'm very proud of this account and what it's done in the last year, and I want to know who's been here with me since the beginning. So let me know in the comments that you've been here from the beginning. Also, don't forget to like that video, and if you're not already a subscriber of the channel, please consider subscribing. It is the best way to support my channel. But I have one last thing for you guys, and that is this month over on Twitch is a thing called September. Now, I don't currently stream on Twitch. I am looking into dual streaming, but that's a conversation for another time. However, in the spirit of that, I am asking people to consider becoming members on my channel. It's at the cheapest, it's $3. The regular membership is $5, which is actually less now than what a Twitch subscription is. And becoming a member is the same thing. If you watch me live, you don't see ads, you get access to things like account takeovers, you get access to emotes, other things, you get shout outs in my videos. I need to do that. I should do that more. I should make that a thing. I'm going to figure out how to make that a thing for like the scroll wheel at the end of my videos to shout out people that are members. But if you've ever considered how could you give a little bit more to support my channel, becoming a member would be that little bit more. Whether it's the $3 membership or the $5 membership, it doesn't matter to me. If you just want to help out a little bit, even if only for this month, please consider doing it. I'm just trying to make a push, just trying to get a little bit of extra, because here's the thing, right? Maybe you become a member, maybe you gift a membership to somebody else, and that guy renews their membership the following month, right? Or maybe you gift a membership and someone else sees, oh, that guy gifted a membership. I want to do that. Let me do that too. So, you know, today it's one gifted membership. A couple of months from now, I'm a full-time content creator. I know that's a big stretch. I know that's a big jump, but that's the reality of it, right? Is giving me an opportunity to turn this into something where I can make a reasonable amount of income. I'm not looking to be a millionaire. I'm really not. I could care less about that. I just want to be able to wake up to pay my bills, take care of my family, and make content for you guys on a daily basis. We had a little glimpse of what that looks like this summer. If you're wondering where my videos have been the last couple of days, I'm working a job again. It's part-time for now. I'm actually going to try to see if they'll take me back on full-time, but the reality is, like, bills are a thing, and I could only go so long, and my bank account very, very low at the end of the summer. I could talk more about that. That's none of y'all's, I'm sure y'all don't care. We all have our problems, right? But the reality is, if you want to see me make more content, a tiny little bit of a membership could help me potentially make this a real full-time gig, and what we saw this summer could become a permanent thing. So if you're considering that, now would be the time. Anyways, enough about that. Thank you so much for watching. I am going to talk about that for the remainder of the month. I'm going to, talk about, becoming a member throughout the month, but I'm going to try not to hit you guys too much over the head with it. I know that those can be really annoying when people are constantly begging for memberships. I don't usually do that frequently on the channel. Just going to do it for this month in the spirit of what Twitch is doing. So anyways, thank you all for watching. I look forward to seeing you all in the next video. Take care. Good luck if you're pulling in the middle of this week.